You're speaking to James Edwards, aka as known as the most valuable motivator. The most valuable motivator is a motivator that is full of energy, electricity, excitement, explosiveness, and entertainment. The reason why I'm passionate is because I believe that your leadership is the key to your passion. And I believe that purpose also is the key to your passion. And I believe that when a person finds purpose, automatically passion goes along with it. The purpose, the passion, the gift. And when a person knows that's their gift, and when a person is fully persuaded that they can do what they do to the maximum of their ability and they are yielding 100-fold results out of it, I'm in love with the gift, I'm in love with the purpose, and it yields a fire, it yields a zeal, and it yields a passion for me to execute at a high level. Every time I get the opportunity to go to Steve Harvey's mentoring weekend, I get exposed to another 125 young men that's growing up in a home without a father, and they're growing up with mothers raising them. And that's the exact same thing that I grew up with. They love the passion and they love the force. Men and young boys have an aggressive nature inside of us, so I have an aggressive delivery.
And I love you enough to tell you right now, man, to stop you from trying to take somebody else's transformation. You don't want to hear what I got to say, man, just go on and get up out of here right now. Every choice and every decision that you made to lead you right where you at, you ain't number 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Man, your life hadn't even started yet. You ain't even got a right to blame nobody for nothing.
And the content that I'm using inside of my message, it makes them think. It's captivating. And so all the time somebody will walk up to me, can I have your phone number personally? Man, that was the best message I ever heard. And the results are, I get booked back again. And it's changing people's lives.
Because it's the Father, man. His words, the words of your Father, is the source of your identity. It's the Father that's the safety. It's the Father that's the security. It's the Father that's the structure for our life. And since we don't have a Father, we got to find some mentors. We got to find somebody to speak in our lives. We got to look into the confines of the Holy Bible and the Scripture and to see who our Father is. But the first thing we got to do, we got to stop blaming. It ain't nobody's fault, y'all. And we can recreate ourselves when we look at ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what? Whatever choices I made led me to here. And guess what? I've done it. I'm going to accept it. I'm going to eat it. Whatever the judge gave me, I'm going to eat it. We're going to turn this thing around. We're going to make it happen.
It always brings me back to a place of gratitude. The reason being is because I grew up just like them, and I made some catastrophic mistakes. I made a catastrophic mess up, and I thought that it was about to be a complete disaster for my life. But I began to understand when I was separated by doing time in prison that the separation equaled the impartation, and it turned the mess up and the mistake into my miracle, and the miracle was transformation.
50 to 150 kilos of cocaine, 2,000 pounds of marijuana. Real talk, yeah. And when they wrap me up in the conspiracy, they tried to say I had my first cousin killed. They tried to say I had my second cousin killed. But by the grace of God, y'all, on April 17, 2006, I stood in front of Judge Sharon Blackburn, and she sentenced me to 96 months in federal prison. And on the road to prison, when there was no distractions, when there was no interruptions, when there was no interferences, I began to entertain the questions of growth. Because I begin to face the fact of the reality of, if I go back to society selling that dope the way I was selling it before I got locked up, next time they would catch me and they would give me a life without parole sentence. So the first thing I did, y'all, the very, very first thing I did, I got away from my peers. I stopped running with the homies that were laughing and giggling. We all sitting up in there with 8, 10, 15, 16, 17 years. Man, I say, man, hold on, man, I got to get away from y'all. I started getting around older individuals who I consider had wisdom, knowledge, and understanding.
I get the opportunity to pour into young men the thing that I wish somebody would have poured into me. I wish somebody would have told me at 15 that I was a visionary. I wish somebody would have told me at 15 that I was a leader. I wish somebody would have told me at 15 that I was a teacher. I wish somebody would have been in my life to teach me the essence of what real manhood is and what real fatherhood is all about.
You got me. And man, I believe you can be the piece, you can be the magnet to bring all three of y'all together. You got me? Man, it's a second chance on you, man. You got me? You can be the magnet to bring all three of y'all together. You got me? And man, when all y'all come together, it's really gonna be an explosion. got me, man? Second chance, bro. That's my word to you. Second chance.
I told him, I said, man, there's two things that I know that every single man on the face of this planet are looking for. Whether you was looking for them when you was a boy, whether you're looking for them now, or whether you will be looking for them in the future. And every man needs a hand for leadership and a hug for love.